Hey everybody, I'm Brian P. Forrester with Van Dyke Mortgage. I'm a branch manager down in Tampa, Florida. So I met Pat back in 2009, actually, came to Tampa to teach us 8-week training course that we took with him. And since then, I've been in classes and trainings that Pat has done through the years since 2009. So I've had coaching in the past, right? And it got me to a certain level. And then we stopped, right? Because thought we got busy, this, that, and the other excuses. And it hit me that it was missing. And I had talked to a number of people who had been or were being coached by you at the time and said, hey, Pat's really good at what he does. And look at me. And I thought, well, yes, look at you. So I want some of that. So it was something that we sought out after we figured out, hey, we needed some help. So we were experiencing very long work days. The pandemic had created some extra business that we were doing. We didn't have the staff for it, so I was working extra hours. So I realized that I didn't want to keep working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I realized I needed help putting systems in place for that. And I needed help with hiring the right people for the right positions. So not seeing them was not a very good thing. Life had happened over that time period and I missed it all. So it was not very rewarding for sure. First off, I had already experienced it, just not on the personal level. I experienced Pat, all those years off and on, for the last 12 years. And I work with a lot of people who had been working with Pat. And I thought, you know what? An opportunity came up to where I could get in front of him. And I went all in to do that. And of course, it's worked out very well. So we've had some significant changes in our personal life in terms of time spent with family, my boys, time off. I've taken trips. I've taken time away with my parents. I have shut down and left the phone, which was something I can say I've never really done before. Being able to unplug and forget it. So we've had a few significant changes in the business in terms of how we run the business, the systems, the accountability piece that people are doing, and we're all rowing kind of in the same direction, meeting consistently, and we've actually just hired another person to add to the team because of that, and we're doing more and more volume, and yet we're working less and less. Working less and getting more business is something I could not envision previous to talking to Pat, let's be honest. Well, so we're already up 34% year over year in terms of pre-approvals. Last year we finished 60% up in terms of closings and volume year over year. So I think that not only with the time off, right, time spent away from the business, yet we've increased it considerably. It's all right there. So working with Pat is a little bit different than most. I wake up and if I don't have my stuff done, I feel it, right? I can't fake it. I can't pretend. I can't make excuses. If I'm not prepared, it's not good. And so that accountability and just, I don't want to disappoint Pat, right? Before, I've had coaches and I could get away and hide and do things. I can't do that. And the accountability and the distinctions on running my business and my personal life, it's been huge. Well, the easy answer, at least for me, is Pat has a lot of experience, right? He's done this once or twice before me. So I'm smart enough to know I should probably listen to that. And plus, Pat talks to a number of people in my own industry, in real estate and elsewhere, to where I get the best of the best practices from some of the top producers around the country. Yeah, I feel like you're pulling me up. I feel like you feel like you're helping me out. It's not a handout, it's a hand up. And I feel like the exponential growth we're experiencing personally and professionally is, you're vested in that. That's kind of how I would describe it. That's why I don't want to show up unprepared, because I feel that vesting, if you will. Kind of excited, like a kid, because I know what we're doing is stuff that is going to make an impact. So I'm trying to pay attention. I'm writing. I'm always telling Pat, hold on, Pat, let me get this written down, slow down, because Pat speaks very fast sometimes. So, but it's always something I walk away with something, at least one or two things that I'm using right then. He's my friend. He's vested in me, and it makes a difference. It's not, hey, I'm Pat. No, it's we're together, and I appreciate that. Oh, I've reached out to Pat a few times and said, hey, listen, I need help with this. I need your thoughts. How would you handle this or that? So we've bumped into a few things, especially with people, hiring and whatnot, and it's been very instrumental. So I would encourage them to reach out and have a conversation. It's pretty evident after a couple of minutes of, talking about where I stood when Pat and I first started talking, where I was, what I was experiencing. He asked me a lot of questions about, where are we at, where do we want to go, and immediately he was just tossing feedback at me, and hey, have you thought of this? Well, you should try this. We should look at that. And it was all just gold. It was all stuff I should be doing or would want to do, because it got me, and I ended up doing it. It got me to that point where I'm at now. So I just want people to know that, hey, Pat's looking out for you. The guy's got knowledge and experience, and I've watched him for 12 plus years do it for other people. And once I opened my eyes and realized, hey, I need some of that, it's been great. I've been working with Pat for about 6 to 7 months now, and it's been outstanding, amazing.